Welcome to the Huddle Podcast. It is December 16th, Tuesday at 9:41 p.m. And boy, oh boy, do we got a show for you. We are talking last week's games, a little bit of cleanup around the show, and then we will have a dude's draft for you towards the end. Week 16, boys, how we feeling?
Week 16, I don't know yet. Week 15, though,
That's what I meant.
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Aiden, how are you feeling?
I'm honestly more sad that football's almost over, dude.
Yep.
Like, we're
3
almost
more
at the
weeks.
point
Jake?
where I have to wait 5 months for this thing.
Jake, you must be feeling good.
I feel good, yeah. I feel fine.
Very nice. Okay. Should we get going on the games here, fellas?
Yeah, let's do it. You want to start? Did we touch on Thursday last week, Aiden?
I don't think we did.
Okay, we'll go
All
to
right.
Thursday then.
All right. That was Falcons, Buccaneers. Falcons win this game 29-28 on a game-winning field goal. What a brutal game if you're a Bucs fan. They lose 2 straight divisional games to sub 500 teams in a time that's crucial. Now, they're lucky because another game that was important to them this weekend, Panthers and Saints. The Saints won and beat the Panthers as well, which is a miracle if you're a Bucs fan. If the Panthers would have won, they would have had to sweep the Panthers in order to make the playoffs. Now they just have to split and win the game against the Dolphins. Baker throws a pick late when they were up 2 scores. It kind of changed the dynamic of the game, I think. This was, I mean, the post-game interviews, whether it was at the podium or on the field, the entire Bucs team was heated after this game. Jake, did you see any of those? Those
No,
interviews after the game? No?
you were telling me about them right before we started.
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest one, you've seen Mike Evans' frustration throughout the game. He was yelling when it started getting close. And Todd Bowles basically had an interview, or at his press conference, he had a quote, and it went along the lines of basically saying that it wasn't coaching that was the problem, and that it was the players who were at fault for the last 4 weeks and how it's been. And, there are some plays in the game where you can definitely point to the players. I think that 4th and 14 that they converted, the corner stayed way too low in the zone. I mean, you just let him get free behind him. But
Now, fuck this.
it
This is bullshit. It's on the coaches and the players. The players have been hurt. That's not really that's shit luck. And losing to the Falcons has something to do with the coaching. I'm sorry. I think the Falcons are a good team. I don't think the record it shows how good they are because they're 5-9 now. But you can't go lose this game. This was a must-win game for a Bucs team who hasn't done shit in the last 6 weeks. Baker is clearly playing hurt. He has to be playing hurt because he hasn't looked this bad in forever. And I don't know. You lose a must-win game against a divisional opponent who is playing for absolutely nothing. So, yeah, that has to do with the coaches. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a horrible thing to say. Like, if you're going to say that in the locker room, that's one thing. But when you put it out there, like, for the press, I feel like that's a bigger problem. And, yeah, like, you do have to take responsibility still. Like, maybe he stayed low in the zone on that 4th and 14 because of a coaching problem. So
Well, they scored 15 in the fourth as well. You can't give up that many points when Todd Bowles is supposed to be known for his defense. Now, the Bucks not doing anything at the end there is also an issue. But I don't know, the Bucks have no clutch gene. They haven't been able to put anyone away. Even earlier in the season, they were playing these tight games where it was like, well, the Bucks got away with another one. The thing that irks me most about this is we're going to see a team like the Bears, Lions, or 49ers not make it, and instead the Bucks or the Panthers are, who have just been hobbling into the end of the season.
Yeah, it is a little frustrating. I thought that getting Mike Evans back would have more of an impact on the game too, which it did for a little bit. You know, Evans actually did have a great return game. He had over 100 yards, 130 if I'm not mistaken. Um, he had like 10 catches, something ridiculous like that. He mossed the corner on that deep ball. Baker, as a result, threw more yards, the most he's thrown in a while.
Ibuka is a shell of himself.
Yeah, I don't know what that fall off corresponds to. Like, I don't know what the reasoning is for that, but
We're winning
that
games
was
when he was
bad.
catching balls. Now they are not winning games, and he is not catching balls.
Yeah. And, you know, if you want to say that the injuries were the problem and the strength of schedule were the problem that got this team to 6-5, that's one thing, but they should have been winning the last 3 weeks, and they haven't. Like, their opponents have been bad,
Well, let me read you the wins they
and
have
they've lost.
earlier. Earlier in the season, they beat the Falcons and the Texans, I think, and the Jets. I think all three of those teams at the start of the season were garbage. They lost to the Eagles. That's when we thought the Eagles were good. The Seahawks and 49ers wins are nice, but then they haven't beaten a single other team since October 12th. That's good. They lost to the Lions. They beat the Saints. They had bye week, and then they lost to the Patriots, Bills, and Rams, beat a shitty Cardinals team, and then have two more losses to the Saints and the Falcons. They haven't beaten a good team, really. Like, again, they beat the Texans, who I think we regard as a good team, when the Texans were shit. They beat the Seahawks before the Seahawks were really rounding out into form. And then they beat the 49ers. I think this was a Mac Jones game, if I'm not mistaken. Bucks aren't good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's troubling. It's troubling. They've been fired up, though. Like, they were really fired up after this game. I've never seen a team, like, so collectively frustrated.
Well, they should have
Everybody
been fired
had
up
something to
before
say.
this because they had the most embarrassing loss of a lot of their careers in that Saints game.
Yeah, and then they followed up with another bad loss. Now they have the Panthers next week, which on the next episode we'll be talking about that game. But that's going to be huge,
Well, the Panthers
huge
control their
for
own
both
destiny.
teams.
The
Yeah,
Panthers,
both teams do. Yeah,
the Panthers win out, and that's it. That's all I gotta say. I don't really care about the Falcons, to be honest with you.
Aiden, you got anything on this game?
I mean, it's a bad look for Tampa Bay, but the Falcons, like, a lot of these guys are playing for a job, especially the guy at quarterback, Kirk Cousins. Like, he put on quite the show against the Bucks, and like I think other teams are going to start to look at him again in a good light.
Yeah, the Jets.
Because yeah, of course the Bucks played bad, but like Atlanta played pretty good. Bijan was unstoppable. Kyle Pitts looks like what he should have been since day one.
And they didn't have Drake London in this game either.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad loss. They're going against a team who's mathematically eliminated, and you're fighting for the division. Like you can't give up that. And the fourth quarter was pretty messy for them.
Home, too,
Yeah,
on Thursday night. Like, Thursday night at
Brutal.
home.
yeah. I don't know. I really don't because you said it earlier, Jake. Baker like has to be hurt. There's something wrong with him mentally or physically because he's not been the same Baker this past 7 weeks, and he didn't even have a shit game against the Falcons. He had the one pick, but he had a decent
Pick
game
was bad.
with Mike Evans, but something's wrong with him because he was looking like MVP halfway through the season.
Yeah,
Fell off a
I
cliff.
still think this team will make the playoffs, but you know, it's going to be close. It's going to be exciting watching these Panthers Bucks games,
I'm not scared to go to Tampa Bay if I'm anyone.
I think both
including
these
Carolina.
teams. either one who makes the playoffs has a optimal chance of getting bounced.
Yeah, they have a slim chance of going anywhere.
And this first game, this Panthers-Bucks first game, is at Carolina. So this puts even more pressure on the Bucks because if the Panthers win that one,
Yeah.
they're going to be shaking in their boots,
they're
man.
toast. They're toast. All right, let's get to the first 1 o'clock window game. That's the Ravens and Bengals, buddy. I noticed you don't have your hat on, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I'm not going to start us off on this one. Please, Aiden, you are the Bengals guy.
I mean,
Take it away.
the season's over. We've known it's been over for a minute, but mathematically it is officially over for the Cincinnati Bengals. The game itself was super disappointing. No points with that offense is just devastating to watch. Terrible football game on both sides of the ball. And it hurts even more when your quarterback comes out afterwards and goes, no team in the NFL would win with me at quarterback today. Which means there's a problem in the building or outside the building that's affecting him immensely on the field. I like to think it's in the building, because if it's outside the building, there's no solving that issue other than himself. So there's
Free Joe. Brr.
I think it's release Zach Taylor, dude. Fire Duke Tobin. One positive out of a type of game like this is changes have to be made. I've listened to the Locked On Bengals podcast. I've been reading the Bengals website blogs, and everyone, their bottom line is, I don't care what it is, a change has to be made. So I hope that's done before the end of the season. I want to see a change somewhere in that office, in the coaching staff. There has to be a change.
They just came out today saying that they aren't firing Zach Taylor.
I think a lot can change in an offseason, though.
They said they weren't getting rid of him.
Yeah, that's a mistake if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see what they do. I think that they should as well. I don't think that that's the only problem. They, like we've talked about 100 times with the Bengals, they draft horribly, and that's a big problem. And they just have no defense right now. And when the offense looks like what it did in that game, like that was brutal. That was a brutal offensive performance. Even and a lot of it was on Burrow in this game. He had Chase gone
He had
on
Chase,
a post row early in the game.
Gesicki.
It would have been a 70-yard touchdown. He had Gesicki. It was bad. And then that pick to seal it was just horrific.
Yeah.
What a play by Van Noy as well. Watching that, I was blown away. That was incredible. But
I will say too, I think part of this is the Ravens got embarrassed at home and had their opportunity to get their get back. Like,
I don't think, like, the Ravens didn't look great.
I know, but when you lose 24-0, like, you have to say something about the team that won with 24 points. Like,
yeah. It just looked like a lot of mistakes on one side of the ball, like constantly. Just constant mistakes. Big mistakes, made mistakes. Burrow looked awful. Definitely the worst game of his career. I don't think there's too much to say about a game that.
Well, what do you want moving forward the rest of this season?
He's got
There's 3
all
games
off
left.
season. We ripped your guts out. I'm going to say it right here. Like, if you guys won that Bills game, it might have been a different Bengals team we saw.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to be that guy. I'm just straight up telling you, I think the Bills ripped the Bengals' guts out.
I think the win's just out of the sails. Like, yeah, after the Bills loss, even like the things he said before the game, Burrow, that he said before the game, like, I think the wind is just out of the sails. He seems to be dealing with something. Jamar Chase thinks so. I've watched interviews with him talk about how Joe's been carrying himself this past week, just being like, maybe I gotta go over there, uplift him a bit, because he seems to do that for everyone else. And Everyone leans on the quarterback. Quarterback needs a little someone to lean on. But it's just
Needs a new
a
head
overall
coach.
bad game. It's on both sides of the ball. Like horrific game on both sides of the ball.
I think Joe can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't think he likes the way it looks.
Do you think it's an Andrew Luck scenario?
No,
No.
no,
He
not at
wouldn't have
all.
came back. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did. I don't think Joe is anywhere near retiring. I don't think that's how he feels. I don't think Joe Burrow's the type of guy to go request a trade either. I don't think he would leave Jamar Chase. But I think there will be a lot of conversations had with Joe and the front office about what he wants more than what Zach Taylor wants or Tobin wants. I think it's going to be a lot of we have to cater to the guy who is the face of the franchise.
No fan would be upset if your GM or head coach got fired. Every fan on planet Earth would be upset if you traded or
Yes.
whatever, got rid of Joe Burrow. That's the end of the line. That's this team has always been about money because that's how they make their money. Like they're bad owners. They're honestly one of the worst sports franchises when it comes to owners because they don't spend money. So the only excuse they would have to trade Joe Burrow is we want to get rid of money, like stop spending so much money, but that's the only way they make money, so they
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, I can't see them there's no trade that I think is realistic and can be offered that they would be willing to part ways with Joe Burrow. They would lose a stupid amount of fandom, a stupid amount of money, and I mean they're throwing away what at least fans believe is a chance at a Super Bowl with a top three, top
He's
four quarterback.
been there before, you know.
That's like if you ask Bengals fans, would you take one Super Bowl but you lose Joe Burrow forever? Or would you take Joe Burrow and the rest of his career? I think a lot of Bengals fans would take Joe Burrow and the rest of his career. Because
Yeah, I
that's the
agree.
opportunity at multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah,
Now, whether or not they actually can build a team, because Aiden, we're kind of in the same boat a little
yeah.
bit here. Whether they can build a team around that, that's besides the point. But like, I think Joe Burrow has the opportunity to win multiple Super Bowls. I think the same about my quarterback. Ownership sucks, dude.
Sucks. I mean, there is like I know we preach it on here. It might as well be a freaking T-shirt at this point. How many times we've discussed how bad the Bengals are at the operating level. Just constant draft mistakes. Well, I went through Duke Tobin's draft, excluding Joe Burrow, who's an obvious number one pick, and Jamar Chase, who is Joe Burrow's pick. He's hit on two other players in the last decade. That's ridiculous. And we hit on Jesse Bates, who I will say Duke Tobin, our GM, he doesn't control the finances. He can't offer contracts. That is, I believe her name's Katie Brown. That's the daughter. She handles the money side. She let Jesse Bates walk. Huge mistake. Obviously, he's still a Pro Bowler on the Falcons. But we haven't hit in the draft, and you have to, especially if you don't want to pay guys, you have to hit in the draft. That's what it comes down to.
Speaking of draft, you guys are right now at the 9 spot. They have you taking an offensive tackle. And then in the next round, you're picking 40 overall. They have you taking a left tackle. And then round 3, they have you finally taking a cornerback. To me, if that's what the Bengals will do, and I don't hate the idea of you guys bolstering the offensive line, I think it's a good thing. The problem is it's like, well, it's not like you can just take one offensive line and then the rest defense. You know what I mean? you guys need to fully revamp the defense. The defense needs to be torn to the studs and redone. You don't even have a single standout player where it's like, okay, we're building around Micah Parsons or whatever. That
Yeah,
to me,
I don't think I don't think a defense needs a guy like Micah Parsons.
no, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, for you guys, this tells me that the entire offseason should be trying to get 3 or 4 big free agent names through, like, not even big free agent names, just like cornerstone, mid of the ladder
Yes.
guys who you can trust on your
Yes.
defense.
I agree with that 100%.
So I don't know who's available right now. Like, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but even like who the Texans who did they release at the start of the year? What's his name?
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, like what
I mean,
brother, but why not for you guys?
yeah. I
Like
I I
what are we talking, like he's beneath the Bengals? Like let's be serious here.
I think CJ Gardner-Johnson's not a great he's a cancer in the locker room, dude. Obviously, he
You
can't
guys
stay
are
anywhere
built on cancer.
he can't stand anywhere longer than a month. He's had 3 teams this year.
I don't know, Aiden. Okay, that's just a name for example that I'm throwing out there that is like, why not go get him? Maybe not him in specific, Aiden, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, I do know what you mean. I mean, one aspect, like I said, is the money. They're piss poor. They don't wanna pay people, especially these trades that are leases because they know the next year, here comes a contract. I mean, we've been preaching it. It's fire the GM. I think he's the biggest imposter in the building. You need someone that can hit in draft spots if you're not willing to pay. And that's what it comes down to. And do I think they're going to start be willing to pay? No, I don't think that's going to change. I think Bengal fans are going to have to suck that up for until the old man croaks, to be honest, and then hopefully they sell the team. I think that's how that's going to go down. They need someone to hit in draft spots because that's where the talent comes from. We traded away Logan Wilson, who was a middle of the road, decent linebacker from Wyoming, and we replaced him with Barrett Carter, who is ranked 83 of 84 linebackers this year. We went out and got Shamar Stewart, who no one wanted as a fandom. No one wanted Shamar Stewart because his attributes were he's physically talented, he can get off the ball quick, he can rip through guys because he's big and strong, but he's missing all the small techniques. Guess what the Bengals need right now? A guy who's good at the techniques, who's methodical in what he does. They don't need someone who is going to be good in 4 years and have to pay him. They need someone who's going to make an impact quickly. Like,
I,
it's
I
bad
also
drafting.
I also don't hate taking not veteran, yeah, I would say veteran guys and surrounding this young defensive group that you guys have been trying to draft for what, the last two years besides your O-line,
Yeah.
and putting them around your young guys to maybe show them some tricks of the trade. Like
I mean, that's how we got to the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship to begin with. We did that. They went out and they got veterans like Von Bell, uh, and Trey Henderson, and they built a defense worth having. And they just started letting guys walk and not replacing them with someone close to their talents. They were like, "Oh, okay, we drafted this new guy. We'll see how he does." You need someone who's can eye talent, or like you just said, go out and get someone who like Von Bell is not a premier safety, but he's good. That's this type of stuff they need.
Yeah, I agree. They just need players. Just need players, honestly. Guys who want to play defense.
Yeah.
Technique guys. It doesn't have to be guys that have 15 sacks or a corner that has 8 picks. Like they just need a guy who plays defense by the book.
Yeah, and like we said in this game, you can't even fully blame the defense. Like the offense put up 0 points. Joe Burrow looked awful. He left an easy, I would say, an easy 14 points off the board from 2 throws.
I'm not upset at Joe Burrow for playing one. Like, the guy can play one bad game. Josh Allen has played bad games, and I've defended him.
Yeah,
Dude, he can have an off night. Like, it's a team sport. I know he's the most important player, but it is a team sport.
no, agreed. I do agree.
Yeah. So basically the end of the season, is the end of the season in that game for the Bengals. Ravens still have a chance with that win, although a Steelers win this week makes it a little bit more challenging. We'll get to that game later. The next game in the 1 o'clock window was the Raiders and Eagles. Really don't have anything to say on this except for Eagles kind of right the ship a little bit with a 31-0 win over the Raiders. But it's a crap team. It's a banned team, as we've talked about, so I can't really put too much stock in them pounding them. So I don't have anything to say on this game, except for if you're an Eagles fan, doesn't
You
get
did
rid
what
of
you
the
had
funk.
to do. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
All right, Cardinals, Texans. The Texans offense has a great showing.
You motherfucker.
I'm going in order. I always go in order of.
I want to know what your order is. 'Cause this is way
ESPN
off my order.
This is the ESPN order of the games. Okay, I don't have any say.
The
I'm
team
just
that
going
starts
off of
with
that.
BB is always last.
You're gonna be upset too because it's not even the next game after this. It's the game after that. I'm just preparing you. I should just tell you from now on where the Bills are gonna be in the
I'm the one who
list of
uploads
teams.
these. The Bills will probably be in the title.
Yeah, that's fine. That forces people to watch the first 40 minutes
they're
of
gonna
the
be like,
episode.
fuck this.
Oh.
All right, get your
All right.
win out of the way here.
Yeah, the Texans put up 40 on the horrific Cardinals. They double them up. Cardinals only score 20. I will say this is probably one of the best offensive performance a team has put up against the Texans defense, ironically. Obviously, it didn't matter. Stroud slowly building back to the rookie year he had. He had 260 yards in this game, no turnovers for back-to-back weeks, 3 touchdowns.
Did you guys find a running back?
Yeah, I mean, 15
maybe.
carries, 105 yards, a 50-yard rip. He looked really good. He's a small guy. He looked really good. Woody has played good this season too, I think, overall. Chubb got no carries in this game. I think that says a lot about what they want to do. He's not a bad running back. He's just old and he's not fast. I don't mind bringing him in like Kareem Hunt or something where you use him on short yardage situation because he is bigger than the other two guys, which I think is,
I'm reading this differently than you guys. The Texans are playing they need to win this game, but also like they're playing a far superior team in the Cardinals. The Cardinals have no hope. Why bang up Woody Marks and Nick Chubb when you don't have to? And running back is obviously a weakness for them.
Really?
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. That's just my thought. Like, Nick Chubb is injury prone. Woody Marks has been your best running back by far.
I think that the opponent matters, like you said. I think that is partially why that guy got more snaps. But I think it's more because they want to see if he has anything. They wanted to see, if they can go with another option. And you're right.
Not
like
running
Woody
that guy like that against I don't know.
Well, they have the Raiders again next week, so he's going to have more time to prove himself. And I mean, that is a good stat line. Like, you do want to see that. And if he does produce like that from now on, then it's a good thing. You could be right that the reason that he got more snaps is because Woody is banged up.
He got hurt. Yeah.
Chubb is a little healthier, but I don't think they want Chubb to have a lot of carries to begin with. And I don't know. The rush aspect of this team hasn't been talked about a lot this year because they're kind of like, I don't know. I think they're ranked in the early 20s, which is not great, but I don't think it's been a huge problem. I think that Woody and Nick have done enough to win a game any given week. And if this kid, uh, Jordan continues on the track on this track here, then it's going to be good for their offense. I don't really care what the running game looks like. I don't care if they have to split runs between 3 guys, 4 guys. Like, as long as it's productive running, then that's all that matters to me, which it has been, I would say, overall this season, given the circumstance. So, to me, on the offensive side, go ahead, Jake.
I was just gonna bring up this might be the only opportunity we get to talk about the Cardinals until the offseason because I have no interest in them. This to me just screams Kyler Murray is so done there. Like he's beyond gone from that place, man. And the
Because Jacoby's been good.
Jacoby's
He has
been
a
great.
job. He has a job.
I think so too. I think we all agree on that. Kyler Murray was one of those quarterbacks where I think we talked about this at the start of the year, where we said, man, there's just some guys like Tua, we said, like Kyler Murray, we said, Trevor Lawrence was brought into this conversation as well, where it's like, you guys paid these guys for what? Like, they aren't worth the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow contracts that were being given out before, but they kind of rode the coattails of it because it was like everyone was paying their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And Arizona is one of the biggest losers of this.
Well, yeah, 100%. And to your point, like if they can get off of him, then it's good for the team because they get rid of that contract, so they save a bunch of money in that way. Well, you never. I'm just saying hypothetically, if they do, then they get rid of the contract, they save up space that way, and then if they have to re-sign Brissett, that contract's going to be super low on top of it, and he is pretty good. I mean, he has had flashes in his career on other teams. His first game ever was coming in to replace Tom Brady, and they upset the Texans in 2018, I think. So, and he's been around for a while, which also helps.
Brissett to me is the perfect bridge quarterback.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think Jacoby Brissett is not a bad quarterback. He'll definitely have a starting 32 job next year.
Agreed. I'm just saying, like, for what the Cardinals are, is you're looking at complete retool rehaul here as well. I think we all agree. They've been in the same what do they win? Like 4 or 5 games a year every year?
Since 2020, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
the last time they saw the playoffs.
McBride would be a huge piece to move. I think there's a team right now who just missed the playoffs. We'll talk about them later, who might be looking for a tight end because their tight end might retire, aka the Chiefs. I think that's a great move and I think the Cardinals will be able to get draft picks out of it or something. And then you retool, build up your offensive line, build up your defense, and then when you're finally poop enough to draft a quarterback, you go out and get the right guy and let him sit behind Brissett for a year or two.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And yeah, they got to try to find a way to move off Murray. It's a bad contract, but I think that enough people still like his talent that some team out there might want him. It's going to be hard, but if they can get off of him, then it's going to be huge.
I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be huge. If they even keeping Brissett, like they have the offense, they have Trey McBride, they have Marvin Harrison, then this Michael, what's his name?
Carter?
Michael Wilson. That kid's been a stud. Every time that Marvin Harrison Jr. sits out, he goes off for 80 yards. Like he's been a stud. Their defense is not good. If they can rebolster their defense, especially if they can offload that Kyler Murray contract, like you said, Carson, keep the percent contract low. Like, this is a team that could be sneaking into playoffs next year if that's the
Who knows?
case.
Who knows with him, honestly? And it's impressive how much they trust him. I don't know if it's just a product of you're being down, but he's had 40 or more pass attempts in 5 straight games.
No,
Yeah, they let him sling
so
it.
to me,
Yeah.
this tells me what the Cardinals are actually doing, and I assume most teams in this scenario are doing this. This is all like they're trying to see what they
Practice.
have at the bottom of their roster right now. Like, you want to see what you have, what guys can and can't catch, what guys can make plays, what guys can't. Let's see the offense do what we can. Brissett, sling it. Who cares if we lose? It doesn't matter. All that a loss gives them is, a better draft pick. Who
Better
cares?
draft capital.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I agree.
true, but you also these guys are playing for jobs, and that's the coaching staff too. Like, losing games is still losing jobs for a lot of
No,
these guys.
agreed, but at the same time, this gives the bottom of the roster, hey, show us what you got so that next year when we're in OTAs and we're talking about whether or not we should cut a guy, here's what this guy did against the Texans defense last year when
Yeah.
we were playing for nothing. You know what I mean?
They-
Like, that's what I
They
think it
played
is.
good offensively overall.
Yeah,
Given who they're playing, McBride had a huge game.
The
Wilson did a
McBride
few
Brissett
things.
connection has been outstanding. He's
Yeah,
unlocked them
they
completely.
played decent. They
They
played
have
decent.
such a weird team. Like, think about how James Conner was on this team.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
they're not that far away from being a good team, I think. They can score. They have been scoring, even in their losses. They just don't have a defense.
Yeah, let's move on. Cardinals talk is for the offseason now.
Yeah. On the Texans side, I don't really have anything to say this week. This is just like the Eagles game. You did what you had to do. You got the job done. They play the Raiders again next week. Just keep winning. Just keep winning for right now, one week at a time.
For the Texans, like, this was it's an important win still.
Yeah, and
Dude, it was an expected win. Let's not go crazy here.
I
guess
the only thing that I have to talk about half the time right now with the Texans, because their defense is playing so good on all levels, is Stroud. I know that that's all I'm talking about when it comes to the Texans, but that is the most important part to me right now, because in his rookie year, obviously, he has a great year. Second year, team still makes a playoff, still gets a playoff win, but he doesn't look nearly as good. In part, I think, because of the offensive line. I think it's solidified over the last 5-6 weeks. Stroud has looked cleaner. So if he can get even, 3/4 of the way there, which he has in the last couple of weeks, then they're going to be a really big threat heading into the playoffs. But I don't have anything to talk about in this game, even as a Texans fan. So let's move on. I'm sorry, Jake. One more time. Chargers, Chiefs. The Chiefs get officially mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They fall to the Chargers 16-13. With 1:30 left in the game, the Chiefs were driving the ball with a chance to take the lead. Mahomes goes down with a torn ACL. He might miss the beginning or a large chunk of next season.
They got him
Depends
right
really
now projected for September 15th would be the earliest. Now, torn
which would be about
ACL,
week 2.
yes, torn ACL has gotten a lot better, and it obviously depends on how badly torn it is. He's already gotten surgery. He went to Dallas, I think, yesterday or today to go get that surgery. They're getting that moving. A funny thing from this is Chris Jones didn't know that they were eliminated. Did you guys see that?
That was crazy, dude.
That was like, what? He was like, so, like, what? We gotta, like, he couldn't fathom that they were eliminated. It almost, to me, is kind of like, did they not talk about this? Like, was this not talked about to this team that was
Well,
an elimination game?
in their defense, I feel like in the past, Andy Reid and the entire team and Mahomes, they've always, like in any press conference, it's always been the next week. Focus on the next week, the next week, the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I feel like
press conference is one thing. A in-house, no one else is going to hear this meeting.
I feel like they're just never in this scenario. They're never in this scenario as a team where they have to
It
think
doesn't
about
matter, though.
what the
I
playoff.
I agree with Jake. It doesn't matter. But before the game, like even right before the game, in the huddle, in the locker room, you should be like, "We need boys, this is the one. We need this one. Like, let's go
It is
get
great.
this.
Every
We need
sports,
this."
every NFL fan ever knows the
Yeah.
percentage of the
But-
Chiefs' chance.
But, like, do you think not even, like, the solo player, like, there's got to be someone on that defense, that entire roster that goes, guys, if we lose this week, we are officially out. We are done. We will only have 3 more games left. So, to me, that was crazy. And then, I guess, like, them being eliminated and, like, the Chiefs were driving at the end there, but, like, and then Mahomes goes down, and it's like, people are saying it's bittersweet that he got hurt and how it kind of takes away from the Chiefs being eliminated. To me, I disagree.
That's a crazy take. Oh my god.
I think we all agree here. To me, I disagree because, and they were comparing a lot of this to Brady lost in the Super Bowl, tears his ACL, whatever. They're comparing him to Brady because obviously the media will. Brady tore his ACL in the first, month
Week
or 2?
1.
Yeah.
Week 1, yeah.
Mahomes tore it in week 15 in a do or die in the fourth quarter when
With a
they
6
were
and 7
down.
record.
Yeah, this is not to me the same thing at all. This takes nothing away from the Chiefs being
crazy.
eliminated.
I haven't heard that. That's
Travis
insane.
Travis Kelce has lost his fastball. That might be the last time we ever see those two on the field together. Andy Reid might have lost his fastball. The offense doesn't look great.
Well,
And
I
now
mean,
we're
it's
stuck
gonna
here.
be a block, right? It's gonna be a block in terms of if they can go back and into a dynasty. I think that we all probably agree, as much as some of us maybe don't like Mahomes. If they have him, then there's always a chance for them to be a dynasty still, but this is certainly a line in between potential.
Agreed. This is just the first year, though, where it's like this Chiefs team could be not what the Chiefs have been for the last 5 years. For the next 2 to 4 years, they could not be a very good team. Now, this is
Yeah,
also
I think-
going to be the first AFC championship that does not have either Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and I think the other one is Peyton Manning in it in forever. In like 20 or 15 years, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's just Mahomes and Tom Brady, and I think it's 19 years.
Either way, it's insane.
Yeah.
There will
It is
be a
crazy.
new AFC winner this year, with also Joe Burrow being eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be talking about that soon once it all locks up. But it's gonna be interesting to see.
Ding dong, the Chiefs are dead. The Chiefs are dead. The Chiefs are dead. And the Chargers didn't look great, by the way.
The way I see this playing out, because it's the Chiefs, it's gonna be the Chiefs right now are 45 million over cap. They're gonna lose a lot of pieces next year. Mahomes may be back week 2. They're not gonna be good. They're gonna have a top 5 pick in the 2027 draft, and they're gonna get Jeremiah Smith from OSU and go on another tear with Mahomes and an actual number 1 again.
Aiden, to me, it's like the thing about the Chiefs and the best part about the Chiefs for the last couple years is they were able to get some of these free agents because they were the Chiefs. It's not like they are voted to have the worst locker room. Kansas City sucks to live in. Not that Buffalo's any better, but Kansas City sucks to live in. Like, the only nice thing about going to Kansas City was
winning.
You are guaranteed to go to the AFC Championship. Now it is not.
I don't think this season's going to change that culture immediately. Like, this team is still going to be recognized as, all right, they've been like, we're not going to say about the Eagles, who's missed the playoffs a couple times in the last 6 years.
That to me was different. Mahomes
They're certainly not as high of a caliber team. I mean, they've been there 7 straight years, 5 to the Super Bowl, and 3 wins. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's definitely a higher caliber than the Eagles.
That builds their credibility, if anything, does it not?
Yeah, but Philly is an easier town
I
to
agree
go
with
to,
you,
in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't see them, like, I don't think this is anywhere near them rolling over and dying. I think.
No, I don't think so, but I think I will safely say on this podcast they will not be in the Super Bowl in the next 2 to 3 years.
I mean, knock on wood. Hopefully, like, I'm okay
I will
with
say
that.
I
can't
agree
though.
They need retooling, Aiden. The Patriots went through the same thing. Every good sports dynasty has a point where they need to retool.
Yes,
there's gonna be post Kelsey time, post even Andy Reid might be like, he's an older head coach, man. I'm not at all saying that Mahomes is impossible to get back to the Super Bowl and they're going to be shit for the rest of Mahomes' career. All I'm saying is the defense looks terrible. The offense looks terrible. They have the right quarterback, sure. But even this year, like we said at the start of the year, Mahomes was taking hits that he doesn't take until December. He was taking them in September.
He's been missing a lot, too. He was pretty bad a lot throughout the season, missing open throws.
And I think part of that is he hasn't had the talent pool around him that he's accustomed to having.
And he has been injured, too. Like, he's played through injury a lot of his career, to be honest. And we always have talked about that.
And again, that is partially because he was running so much in the first 3 quarters of the season. Like, Mahomes was taking shots.
That's the biggest thing to me. That's the biggest thing that they need. Like, their defense is good. They have a decent amount of young guys who are
I don't think their defense is that great, Carson.
I think that it's okay. I think that it's actually a decent defense.
I think it's fine. I don't think it's like...
I think if you have Mahomes, they don't have to have a huge defense. I think the problem is the running game. Pacheco sucks. Kareem Hunt is 100 years old. He is, like, overweight. No offense to him, but he's a bigger back. They need a run game next year. Mahomes can't lead your team in rushing 4 of the... It's not like a Lamar scenario.
I do want to clear up when I'm saying, like, their defense is fine. I'm comparing it to the Chiefs. I'm not comparing it to the NFL. I'm comparing it to the Chiefs' standard of how this team has operated. Like,
their defense has been better in the past, 100%, but I don't think that it was at a point where it was, like, their problem that they were losing.
Like, I don't think their defense is much, if any, worse than when they won their Super Bowls. Their defense is worse than last year, and they got blown out in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying the culture, like you're saying, people don't want to, like, aren't going to see, okay, winning, I'm not going to go there. I don't think that's true. I think they're going to see Mahomes, and if Andy Reid stays, which I'm 99.9% sure he will
stay. I even think Kelsey will stay another season, to be honest.
They see that, and that is winning to them. And they have an owner who's willing to fucking just bankroll anything that comes through.
Except for their locker room.
Yeah, that is a bad weight room. They do have the worst weight room in, like, the league.
I am so excited for those to come out again. That was one of my favorite podcasts we ever filmed.
Those are so funny.
Fun.
We should even bring on a couple of the people who have been on this podcast in the past to just review their own team's scores for, like, 5-minute interviews.
That'd be funny.
That is a good idea.
I do want to touch on
You
the
guys
other
have
side of this on the other side of the ball real quick.
the Chargers. Yeah.
The Chargers.
Yeah, that's good.
They also don't look good. Can we agree on that? Both teams looked very stinky in this game.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, I know they're missing the offensive line, and if those pieces don't come back, going to be a huge problem running into playoff teams, physical teams.
Do they have the chance to come back? Is Joe Alt potential to come back?
I actually don't know. I
look it
don't
up.
know if Alt is. And Slater's gone too, but he was dancing in that pocket. He had the one pick. This was probably a better game that he's played in the last few weeks. Justin Herbert.
He's the most hit quarterback in the NFL this season.
Just
Joe Alt won't be back till next season.
that.
Slater won't be either.
Slater
bad,
won't be
dude.
either. Yeah.
Like
I mean, and he's got a broken forearm too. It's the Chargers will make playoffs.
Yeah.
Whoever they play will. I think we're in. I hate being this guy. I think they are in store for what they have been in the last two playoffs, where it's like it's gotta be Justin Herbert's year, and it just isn't because injuries, and he's hurt himself. And I mean, Hampton had 15 rushes for 61 yards. That's garbage.
I think the only way they can win a playoff game, and I wouldn't even favor them, is against the Steelers. And I wouldn't even favor the Chargers.
No, I don't think so. It's also, I mean, that could happen, but it would be pretty tough.
Unlikely, but yeah.
Yeah, because they play the Texans still, who would pass them in the seeding.
Wait, you guys play the Chargers?
Yeah, after the Raiders, 2 weeks from now, week 17.
Justin Herbert's gonna get cremated with that
Chargers.
D-line.
The Chargers finish it at Cowboys, home against the Texans, and then at Broncos. The Broncos probably won't be playing for anything in that game.
Damn, bro, you might be dead ass better sitting Justin Herbert against the Texans, dude. He's gonna get hurt, bro. He's gonna get hurt, bro.
It could happen. It could happen. That's the worst thing that could happen for them. No, I mean, you could say this year, because the AFC is so wide open, that one of these teams is going to have a flaw that ends up incriminating their playoff run chances. But I think in terms of all these teams, the most incriminating one is the Chargers O-line and just the injuries that they have, for sure. I mean, that's the team to bounce. You could say with the Steelers, well, they haven't won in a long time, and Rodgers is super ancient. They don't have an explosive team on defense or on offense. For Jacksonville, it's Trevor Lawrence doesn't have the capability to win games. For the Broncos and the Patriots, it's, well, they've never been there. For the Texans, it's, well, the offense isn't that great. Yeah, they have the great defense. For the Bills, they're probably the least likely to have any flaws, but you could say the rush defense is really rough.
We have plenty of flaws. We don't have a single wide receiver.
I'm talking relative to the rest of the team. I'm talking relative to the rest of the team.
We got one guy, dude. 1-7.
You guys have the most experience, though, out of any of those teams by far. Which, let's just segue that way into the Bills-Patriots. Rough first half if you're a Bills fan. They were down big early, and it looked like it was going to be hell on earth if you were a Bills fan. They rally in the second half and take the win against the Patriots 35-31. We have a resident Bills fan, as everybody, our hundreds of followers know. So please, Mr. Marsh, take it away.
Yeah, bad first half. They played 3 games now where they get boat raced in the first half. Josh said we don't flinch, or we don't blink, whatever. I agree. It does feel like there has been some miracles to these comebacks, though, that are not sustainable. The punch out with Derrick Henry at the start of the year, the pick from Joe Burrow, and then the pick six into another pick. this game was a very frustrating game, and James Cook just tortured this offense in the second half, or this defense, the Patriots defense in the second half. A good win. It's nice to win against New England, who's been talking the most shit. Now, what I find most ironic is New England fans are saying this is rigged
Why?
because of the calls. They didn't like any of the calls.
What did you think?
I think that's bullshit. They missed call that the first play of the game was all of a sudden reviewable by there was no what was called on the field, and then they reviewed it magically for no reason. I don't know. They're complaining about holding calls and all this stuff. I think that's bullshit. If you're a New England fan, you have no right to complain about any sort of calls or reffing or anything to me. You lost, except that you lost. You played the Bills. You were up in the first half, and then Josh Allen came out. By the way, might have cemented why his argument to be in the MVP. I'm not saying he should be again. I'm saying argument to be cemented in the MVP race. By the way, if the Bills didn't have him, they wouldn't be a playoff team, so I think he should be. But that's neither here nor there. And again, the Bills continue to come back from these deficits that are not, you cannot come back from these deficits in the playoffs. So it's frustrating to me. As much as I want to be hoo-ha, we won, I am very hoo-ha, we won. Can you not just win a game without, giving me a heart attack?
I want to agree with you and say it's not sustainable, but we've watched the Broncos do it all year this year, and they just
two different teams.
No, I agree, and I want to say this because watching this game, dude, the Patriots are just copying the Bills. They look like that's the same team on the other end. If they can find a running back like Cook in Henderson, that team looks identical. Neither one of them have receivers. I don't want to hear Diggs as a receiver. Diggs is fucking dog shit.
Well, they didn't throw the ball to him. It was the Matt Collins game for some reason.
All year, yeah, but I haven't heard Diggs once all year. He has not been important on that team, except the first game against the Bills. The only game he had. They both got the white quarterback that can sling it and run the ball. They both got decent, they both got mid-tier defenses. They're not even mid.
Honestly, defending that racist comment.
Well, it was made against you, not him. We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Both defenses are top 15 still. It's just funny how similar these two teams are.
I will say our tight ends are far better than theirs. Dawson Knox had a hell of a game. I'd like to see Kincaid more. I think he needs to be featured way more. I'm so sick of this screen pass. I've talked about it all year. The screen pass sucks. Our coaching staff, poo-poo. McDermott's got to go. Joe Brady's got to go. He's stale. Keon Coleman can't catch a ball, man. Holy shit, what a bust he is. I'm officially ready. Keon Coleman is a bust. Does anyone disagree? He had hit him right in the hands, and he missed them. Big balls.
Hey, I don't know if you saw it, but Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson this week had balls hit him in the hands, and they dropped them.
They're also Pro Bowl wide receivers.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman's been dog ass and misses meetings.
Does McDermott really have to be fired?
Yes.
I was thinking about this because you have.
I need to preface this. I need to preface this.
Okay.
Him and Bean have not been in an interview in months. There's talks, and this is Bill's circle talk. So anyone outside, Well, anyone outside of you follow the Texans closely, you follow the Bengals closely, you would know more about those two teams. I would know this. There's talks that McDermott Bean wanted to go get Waddle, and McDermott kiboshed it. He said, "No, we don't need him. We don't need him. We don't need him." If that is true, McDermott is gone.
That is kind of crazy. I thought the situation was you didn't offer enough for Waddle.
No, we offered everything, dude.
I know I read that they wanted 2 firsts and you offered 1. Whatever, that's not the point. I'm just gonna say, like, is McDermott not slowly trying to enter his way into the Tomlin situation where it's you are winning every year. You're making playoffs every single year, and not only making
Can I
playoffs,
say
you're winning
something?
playoff
Can I
games.
say something?
That's more than the Steelers.
Can I
go
say
ahead.
something? Who's had the better team?
The Steelers?
No.
The Bills are a far better team over the last 10 years than the Steelers have been since Roethlisberger. By far, Mike Tomlin is overcoming a crap situation with Kenny Pickett, and McDermott is underachieving with a guy like Josh Allen.
And
that's the thing.
And
Okay.
I think the other thing to bring into this, I think we do have to say, McDermott is a defensive guy. Every time the Bills lose a playoff game, it's because the defense has not been able to uphold for the offense.
The offense is always cooked.
Yeah.
The Bills have spent their entire draft class this year on defense. They have. They have for the last couple years. Besides a Coleman and Kincaid that they took in the first rounds, well, Coleman was a second round, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just not buying this whole McDermott is even close to what, I think we all agree if you remove Josh Allen from this team, let's say you throw in a Kenny Pickett or a Mason Rudolph or a Aaron Rodgers into this team, all three which Mike Tomlin had, I think this is a sub 500 team.
By far.
I
No
agree.
one's doing what Josh is doing.
I do agree. Mike Tomlin has also had a top 5 defense, though, for most of his career, correct?
Has
In the
McDermott?
playoff,
No, he
it's
hasn't.
horrible.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a
In the
defensive
playoffs.
head coach, Aiden. What more can you say about this team where it doesn't lead back to, wow, Josh Allen is fantastic. He'll take us as far as he can. Wow,
defense sucks.
this year, wow, our wide receivers are terrible. And hopefully the defense can come up with some stops because I think their defense is decent. I do like certain guys I do like. I do like Matt Milano. I love this Harrison kid that we drafted.
And
I
Oliver
like
when he's
Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa's been good for us.
Yeah, you guys suck at the rush. You guys are 30th in the rush defense. You guys are second in passing defense. It's the complete opposites. You have one of the best passing defenses in the league and one of the worst in rushing. That also comes down to personnel.
Aiden, if you think that Brandon Beane is not taking into account what Sean McDermott wants when they're making these picks, you're out of your fucking mind.
No, I mean, like you just said, you just ran through the defensive players this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I let's not turn this into. Ray Davis has been unreal on the punt return, boys.
He has been good. I like that guy.
Let me check his stats.
I love
here.
guys like that on teams where they're just they're not the main focus by any means, but they just have a specific job like that, and they make plays every once in a while.
Cordell Patterson.
Like a Cordero Patterson. If I was a Saints fan, I'd like Taysom Hill. I don't like him because I'm not a Saints fan.
Yeah, right. That's your poop.
Darren
That is
Google
so your pookie, dude. You love Taysom. You have wet dreams about Taysom Hill, bro.
Oh,
all
I
the
think-
time.
I think we should do some sort of bet on this show, and each of us have to get a jersey that, like, we would never buy. Like, Carson would have to get Taysom Hill.
I would burn it in my room right here.
No, you would have to have Taysom Hill.
No, it would
I don't know who
become a
Aiden would
fire
have.
podcast.
We should do a pick show next year where we each get one pick a week, one touchdown scorer a week, and whoever has the worst one. Worst record. Whatever. Let's move on, boys. Go Bills.
All right. Jaguars, Jets, nothing to talk about in this game. Banned team. Trevor Lawrence actually had a decent game. I'll give him credit for that. They
You gotta
smoked
get
them.
off
You
this.
gotta, brother. You gotta give credit now, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's been doing it this year. We backed
He
you
has
at the
been
start of the year.
doing nothing this
He's
year.
been
He had
doing it this year, bro.
320 yards, Carson.
5 passing touchdowns.
I'm pulling up his stats right now. He has done nothing this year. This game was good. That's why I just gave him credit. He has done nothing.
In the
This year.
bubble of this year, Trevor Lawrence has been better than CJ Stroud. Yeah, because it's true.
I don't know. Maybe. Can I just go through the stats?
I just looked at them. I actually don't want to go through them.
271. Okay, that's good. 222. That's all right.
What the? How the fuck are you going
4,
through stats right
221, 250. And then he had, like, they're just not good stats. They're just not good. He has 23 touchdowns to
say
11
the stats,
picks.
brother. This season, he has a 60% completion percentage. He's averaging 229 yards per game. He has 23 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. He's got
He has an
let's see, he's been
average rating of 87.
87.9.
CJ at.
Let's check it out. I'm going there right now.
And I don't want to hear game per game. Like, I want to hear the entire year.
He has a 65% completion percentage, a 94 rating. He has 15 touchdowns to 6 picks. Mind you, he's missed time. Trevor hasn't missed time.
Who did he play in his? Who did they play in his time missed?
I would say CJ stats are better by like a margin about as thick as my thumb. But they are better.
What games did CJ miss? Broncos, Jags, Titans? No, 49ers, Broncos, Jags.
He missed 3 hard defenses.
He missed 3 hard defenses.
That's not the point I was trying to make. I wasn't trying to compare the quarterbacks. I'm just saying Trevor Lawrence is doing what he needs to do out there to win games, bro.
He had a great week.
He's doing it well. That's all I'm saying.
I hate the Jaguars, man. I hate them. I can't wait for them to lose 2 games in the final stretch here. And the Texans win the division. It'll be great.
I want to see them, I want to see either the Texans host the Jags or the Jags host the Texans.
That's not happening.
It would be
We're
fun,
getting
though.
the Jags.
That would be fun. We could knock them out in the first round. It'd be great.
Don't ever bark again.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that again.
But I don't have anything on this game. They played a crap team, just like the rest of the games. They did what they were supposed to do. So let's move on.
Whoa. To be fair, you guys played a crap team, and
we didn't talk. We talked about the Cardinals. We talked about the crap team. We didn't even talk about my team. So I don't want to talk about Trevor fucking Lawrence against the Jets. We're not doing it.
I had to move you off of the Texans because he kept saying, CJ played so good in this. We're going to talk about CJ. And when CJ's on the field, it's like, dude, you shit talk Trevor Lawrence. Just tell him he had a good game and he's a good boy. That's it. And then we're moving on.
I already did that. I said that. That's what I led with. If
Say
we
he's
cut
a good
back
boy
to that,
and he had a good game, a really good game.
That's not going to happen. That will not happen. We'll see him in the playoffs, and they'll lose.
Probably
to the
not.
Texans,
We're going to knock them
they're
out
better.
first.
Well, then there you go. Even better. Okay, Commanders, Giants. No, we're not going to talk about that. Sorry, guys. You
Nope.
both suck. Next game. Oh, look at this. Bears, Browns. Hey, you guys both. Actually, you don't both suck. The Browns suck.
We do have a
The
better talking
Bears.
point.
The Bears, 31-3 against that defense. That might have been the best Caleb game of his career. He lit it up. That was pretty good. By the way, I just want to mention one of the things, the fourth and foreseeables. We'll see if that comes back in the offseason. Little segment of ours. One of mine there was the Caleb passing the Bears' all-time passing record in a single season and passing 4,000 yards. All he has to average over the course of the next 3 games is 153 yards passing to hit
Okay.
that. So it looks pretty locked in right now, which is pretty awesome for him and the Bears. And now they are back at the 2nd seed. And with the Packers losing this week, another game we'll talk about real quick, they're in a good position as they head into Green Bay next week.
To me, the more interesting thing, and Carson, can you have Shador's stat
Wait,
lines?
sorry, Carson. How many yards does he have to average?
150 something.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he has like 3,500 yards right now.
Okay, so it hasn't updated because I just looked at it and said 3,150. That must not be including the Browns game then.
No, yeah, I think he's higher than that now. Okay, Jake, go ahead.
Can you have Shador's stats ready to defend yourself?
Yeah,
here?
I got him.
Alrighty, so I uploaded a clip from this podcast. Basically Carson just talking about Shador Sanders, and we got a
And
comment.
Deion Sanders a little bit.
I want to see this.
little
What is
bit.
this on?
This is on Instagram. This guy has 49.7K followers, probably all botted. But he does have a blue check mark. Let's see, what does he average? He averages 368 likes on his post. Yeah, he's botted. And we got a comment. Pure racism to judge somebody after 2 games. I'm gonna come for my boy here. This is a sports podcast. If that were Will Levis, we would have talked about him the same. Carson talks about Trevor Lawrence like he's the spawn of Satan. Shut the fuck up. You're a loser.
What are you gonna do for your boy?
He's going to
Defend
come
my
for him,
boy?
I think he said.
Yeah, man, come for him. Oh, I see what you're saying.
That is crazy. Sorry, I didn't know about this. I just looked at it.
It was
how?
like, dude, it was after a split second of me uploading because I was uploading a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And then I go and check. Oh, comment. Let's check. And I was just like, what?
What?
Also, he had played 4 games at that point, so he can't even do math. But
Well,
that's
I
besides
just
the
don't
point.
get what the like. I don't know. I've never seen this type of like. No one is defending Cam Ward like this. It feels like it's only Shador.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I want you to read off his stat lines or stat line from this last game.
He was 18 of 35, so just over 50% completion percentage.
Okay.
He had 177 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 3 picks, 5 sacks, and a 30 passer rating.
Okay, to say he played like shit, would that be racism or honesty? He played like shit, dude. Like, what
Oh
are
my
we
God.
talking about?
Well, and after the clip, like if you watched the whole episode last week, we were hyping him up because he
Yeah.
had such a great game.
That is crazy.
It was the opposite of racism. We were talking about how great he was, but anyway.
Bro, he
I
could
do
be
like that
purple.
you
He'd
brought
still
up.
suck at football. Like, what are we talking about? Oh my God.
I do like that you brought him up though, because they had announced after last week's performance that he's going to start the rest of the season.
Which, by the
And
way, I
now he
think
has-
he should.
Yes, yeah, I agree. And he has 3 more games to prove himself for being the starter next year. I think that's actually a bleaker outcome than we maybe expect. I mean, the Browns suck, so who knows? But
As a Bengals
he's going to
fan,
have to.
I'm praying he starts next year, all year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's him, Dylan Gabriel, or what? Deshaun still? So it's like,
Or
The
drafting
GOAT?
another guy.
let me check who they got right here. They got the Dante Moore QB from Oregon. Don't know too much about him. They're in the 4 spot right now, right behind the Giants with the 1, the Raiders with the 2, and the Titans with the 3. So, yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, let's head to another game. Panthers Saints. Not going to have anything to talk about in this game either. Just want to say Panthers. Actually, you know what? The AFC South, or sorry, the NFC South in general. You guys suck, man. Can one of you please step up? I mean, obviously the Bucks have been winning the division the last couple of years, but they've been winning them just barely lately, and this is just horrific.
We got to
This
talk
is
about our
horrific.
boy Shoe, man. He
Tyler
might be the
Shoe
guy.
He
did what he
was
had to
cooking.
do.
He was cooking. He played decent.
Shoe might be the
271
guy.
yards,
No
touchdown,
picks.
no picks.
Come on.
Not bad. Not bad. Back-to-back good weeks. Back-to-back upsets.
I'm shooing
Okay,
for
well,
some shuck next season, baby.
Yeah, dude, if he keeps playing like this, we'll call him by his proper name.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can ever do that,
Yeah, probably not.
but yeah, anyway, that's all we got to say on that game. Sorry if you're a Panthers or Saints fan. We're just not talking about it. Lions Rams. This is probably the end of the season for the Lions.
What a
30%.
game.
They would have a really rough path. They need some things to happen as well. That's why it's so low. On top of winning out, Rams,
Bears.
I think with wins like this have solidified themselves as probably the best team in football right now. Overall, I think they're the best built team. They got a really good chance here, especially with the stronghold on the 1 seed now, to prove themselves in the playoffs.
I will say that tight end who caught that pass there, that was not a catch at all.
Parkinson?
Yeah, that wasn't even a catch.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see it. I had red zone on, and I still
Okay.
didn't see
Well,
it.
they had the
He bobbled the
They
ball
had the-
into the end zone, and he was down if he caught it, and I don't think he caught it because it looked like it hit off the turf. They counted it as a touchdown. I think that's ridiculous. I also think the other big story from this is Devontae Adams. Done for the
Hamstring.
year? Question mark.
I don't think so.
might be done for the regular season,
Yeah.
but he should be back. I mean, what was it with Lamar? Lamar had the same injury essentially, and he was out for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Let me
So I
see what
feel like,
Shefty has to say on it.
and the thing is, like I don't like to say it like this, but he's kind of just a bonus. He's not really. He's obviously
He's been huge this year.
part of
for
their
touchdowns,
winning,
Yeah.
but I think that they can still win without him because that's how good of a team they are. I like their wide receiver depth. They got Tutu Atwell still behind, obviously, Puka Nakua. And that Parkinson guy has been good. He has 7 touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. That's ridiculous.
Devontae Adams' hamstring injury didn't look good, and the wide receiver status for Thursday Night Football against the Seahawks is in doubt. So I think that's safe to say no for him. The other thing, too, is the Rams have officially clinched playoffs.
Yes. Dude,
Yeah,
Matthew Stafford, bro.
he'll be the
He-
MVP this year.
He's the MVP, yeah. With
It is, but it's so it's so much fun to watch, dude. Like it's just like foot. Like I don't know. It's like childhood football. Like dude's
It's just a lot of passing.
slinging it, bro. Slinging it.
Puka Nakua, too, 9 receptions for 181 yards is just like
Monster.
beast mode, man.
Monster. This is Stafford's stats on the year. He's got 3,722 passing yards, 66% completion percentage. He averages 8 yards per attempt, which is crazy. He has 37 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, 3 of which came in one game. He has 112 passer rating. That's pretty
Jeez.
good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. Yeah,
And he's
he
just
is the
old.
best
He's
pure
old.
passer still. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He's getting old. That's for sure.
Lions got a lot of heavy lifting to do. Let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting down the stretch. I think they're in a rough spot, just given the Bears and the Packers, but they could still sneak in. Colts, Seahawks. Speaking of old people, Grandpa Rivers. What you guys think? They almost win,
They almost did it,
which is
dude.
crazy. They almost win it against the Seattle Seahawks, who I think we all consider one of the better teams in the league. They almost pull away with a win and keep their playoff hopes alive. They still do technically, but it's really hard just with the way the Texans and the Jags are playing, and the fact that they both have tiebreakers on them, and the fact that the Texans still play them. What do you guys think of Philly Rivers' return?
I was cheering for him. I was. He and he also, to be honest, like he didn't look awful to start the game. Like,
No.
but you can tell he hasn't been in the NFL just conditioning wise. Like he is
His
slow.
pocket movement is really bad. He's
Yeah.
slow. He's clearly a
Yeah.
little overweight. His
He looked
arm is not
fatigued.
very strong.
But man, was I cheering for him. Was it fun?
So a lot more has come out as to the reason why they decided to go with Rivers. I don't know if you guys have seen any of that or no.
don't
I
think
only
so,
saw
no.
the initial thing.
So he's been running this offense for, I don't know if it's his son or
Oh,
whatever,
yes.
For the
Yeah.
high school
um,
team, yeah.
for the high school team. So he knows the offense. He's real good
Good
friends
buddies
with
with
the head
Shane
coach
Steichen.
there. Obviously, he used to he played there for whatever. That to me makes sense why they opted for him. This game to me tells me more about the Seahawks than it does the Colts.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if the
Barely winning
Seahawks
that
get
game
an
is crazy.
if the Seahawks get an easy round one opponent, I might bet against them. Like they seem like they were looking ahead this entire game, like on to next week.
True.
Well, their defense is fine. It's just the offense has been up and down ever since that Rams game. So it's a little, and if I'm not mistaken, they play the Rams again next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Which,
saying. I think they were looking forward to that Rams game as
yeah,
opposed to
I
paying
think
attention
that'll
to
be
this Colts
telling
game.
how that game goes. They were lucky to come away with this one, and you got to give credit to the Colts because they are still. I'm impressed with like Rivers didn't have a great game or anything by any means, but I mean it's still a cool story, and the fact that he's out there at all. I do agree with you, Aiden. I don't even care if they're in my division and couldn't threaten my team's playoff hopes. It is. I am rooting for them. It would be fun to see them save their season with
It
Philip
would be
Rivers off the couch.
it would be fun for them to make playoffs. I think that's where I draw the line on that. Like to me, this is not a Super
You
Bowl
wouldn't want to
team.
see Philip Rivers win the Super Bowl?
That would be insane.
That would be
No, what?
amazing.
Well, I mean, yeah, why would either one of you guys want to see that? I'd want to see that. That'd be entertaining on my behalf.
I'm a football fan, man. That would still be
Okay.
awesome.
Okay, so take off that hat, put on your NFL referee hat.
All right.
Like what?
Let's scratch this stupid conversation. Jake, I think you brought up a great point about the Seahawks. Like, this is more about the Seahawks than it is the Colts because they only scored field goals. They could not get in the red zone. The run game for the Seahawks looked brutal. Yes, the Colts, they do have, I believe, a top 5 rushing defense, but the run game was terrible in this game. They couldn't punch it in whatsoever. I'm impressed by Sam Darnold, like, no turnovers, trying to force these balls, especially towards the end zone.
He was throwing
That's
some
something.
ducks, man.
Yeah. For real though, like, I
Oh,
thought a couple were gonna get, sniped.
yeah. That's all I got. I don't have much on this game. I didn't really care
No,
for it.
I got
I watched the first
nothing
little
else.
bit, and then I moved on because it wasn't a great game.
Yeah. So the next game that we'd be talking about is the Packers and the Broncos. Broncos with a statement win. They win by 8, 34-26. And as Jake
Fly
sings a beautiful song, I think we
away
all know the
from me.
reason. Micah Parsons out for the season.
Crazy.
Second brutal injury of the week. Obviously, the other one being Mahomes. How do you feel about the Packers now that they don't have Micah Parsons?
Not good.
I was at a house with 3 Packers fans watching this game.
Wait,
Oof.
who?
Lucas, Noah, and Tyrell. All 3 of them big Packers fans, like, since I've known them.
Not
And
Tyrell.
yeah, don't wanna get called out on Instagram here, but we call him the White Tyrell because he's, white.
White.
Um, the switch up from, like, how hard they were going for this game until he got hurt, like, the mood in the house was so somber. They went from needing this win to, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care anymore. Like, turn off the TV. Dude, that's fucking mean.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Jake, can you
Soundboard
sing
went
again?
off. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here.
Yeah, the Packers also lost Christian Watson in this game. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot. That's a lot of bad. And Toyota-thon is over, according to Jordan Love, throwing 2 interceptions this game. Not one was a great play by Patrick Surtain. The other one was not a pretty interception whatsoever.
Did you guys hear the defense, like the interviews after of like them talking about Micah Parsons?
No,
They were in tears because he was toast.
I'd be too, man. Like that, like
I agree.
if I was a Packers fan, like my hope for that Super Bowl this year is out the window.
I agree, and I think this does like mentally affect this defense. Now, I made the joke, I did the laugh thing, whatever. This sucks for football.
Yeah,
This sucks for football.
and
Micah Parsons.
the thing is, both of these injuries, both of these ACL tears are like, it's, the NFL can't do anything. It's not like it was on artificial turf. Both were grass. It's just a shitty situation, and obviously the human body can only take so much of a beating before something like this happens, and obviously some bodies are worse than others, but it just sucks to see, even for Mahomes. And I know we all clown on, like, we hate the Chiefs, we hate Mahomes, blah blah blah, but like, it just sucks.
Nobody
Injuries
cheers for
suck.
injuries, brother.
Yeah.
Yep. So hopefully both those guys recover smoothly. The Broncos, to me, like with that win, made them more believable as a real
Yes.
contender in the AFC because
By
that's a tough opponent.
far their best win, and Bo Nix looked lights out this game.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he looked
He
great.
was
And
dotting
they
them up,
didn't win
4
by
touchdowns.
2 or by 7 or by a 33-point comeback in a fourth quarter. They won fair and square, 8-point lead. That's a good game, in my opinion, against a really good opponent.
Yeah, I agree.
Titans,
Micah Parsons
49ers.
shit. I was gonna say, Micah Parsons did actually get his first holding call in this game as well all year, which
Wow.
is insane. I don't know if you guys have seen the collage of holding on Micah Parsons that just haven't been called this year, but there's at least a dozen of them. So he did get a holding call this game.
That's good.
All right, so Titans 49ers.
No.
Does anybody
no.
care?
The Niners are good, bro. I don't care that the Titans put up 24. The Niners are good.
You see Brock
I
Purdy's
mean-
little. You see Brock Purdy's little fake
Am I muted?
No.
trolling the defense.
40
Am I
yards.
muted?
Yeah, what?
No, we
This
want to
was
talk about how
top
good Brock Purdy is.
3 game and we're just done with it?
Oh, you want to talk about? Okay, yeah. I thought you were doing the opposite.
No. Did Pat Surtain not leave injured as well?
Oh, that game. We're going back. Oh, shit. My bad, B. I didn't know. Oh.
I don't know if he did.
I could have sworn he did, unless I'm like high on crack. Maybe I'm high on crack. Pat Surtain, no. Parsons left the game suffering non-contact injury. No, that's Parsons. I could have sworn Pat Surtain did too.
I didn't see that. I watched the whole game. I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe I'm just tripping then. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're good. What else do
Move
you have
on.
to say on me?
Yeah.
I mean, this was also like Denver took complete control of the AFC here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
this was
Patriots loss.
And not to mention their schedule coming down the stretch has the Jags. I think we would all give the edge to the Broncos. They have the Chiefs.
Please.
They have the Chiefs on Christmas without Patrick Mahomes. That to me is null and void now. And then they might not even be playing anything in Week 18 against the Chargers. Like the Broncos are smooth sailing to win this division.
Conference.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, conference.
No, I agree. They got a
Okay.
good they got a really good chance. I wouldn't have
I
predicted
feel
the
like you guys are
Broncos
just
being
done
there.
with this, eh?
I just don't
know.
have a lot to say.
I thought we
think
said a
that
lot, to
both
be
these
honest.
teams.
Okay. All right, let's move on then.
Anything else? I don't like.
No, let's get to Titans 49ers.
We're not actually talking about that game. There's nothing to talk about. I just wanted
Okay,
to
good.
mention how Brock Purdy was trolling the
Yeah, that was funny.
Titans defender. That was pretty fun.
Oh,
But yeah, I agree. The 49ers do look good. They beat the Titans. Who cares? But it is impressive, their record, given I don't think anybody would have thought they were like this. This is another one of
No.
those teams that it's like, how are they 10-5 or 4?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, 5. Yeah, 5. 10-5? Is that what they are? I think so. Anyway, it's impressive. I never would have thought they would have been in a playoff position right now, given
With all
how
the
injured
injuries
they were. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Vikings, Cowboys, another game I don't really care about. I don't know how, like, what is the freaking story on JJ McCarthy? I don't understand. The guy is like a freaking roller coaster, and
The Cowboys defense reverted here, man.
yeah.
The Cowboys defense reverted.
guys, you want to know the most upsetting thing about this game? We had a staff party, okay, on Sunday night. And I just came to say hi real quick because some people are back. They've finished exams and they go away for school. So just wanted to see them real quick. Anyway, while I was there was these 2 chicks talking about, oh my God, this is a perfect spot to see this game because JJ McCarthy's playing. I said, you don't watch football at all, though, do you? And they were like, no, he's just cute.
What?
You would not think he's cute if you've seen these fucking interviews. If they seen the cringe that JJ McCarthy put out there, they would not think he's
sorry.
cute.
I'm shocked that they know who JJ McCarthy is. Like,
Yeah,
he's
agreed.
not a household name, not even close. Like, that's impressive almost.
Anyway, I just thought it was sad that the standard for a good-looking guy is JJ McCarthy when he puts out the type of corny video that he does.
9, baby. Number 9.
Number 9. And to cap off the week, Dolphins, Steelers, Monday night. Give me some Rodgers, baby. I love the Steelers for some reason this year. I like Rodgers being there, and that was a great win for them. We talked about last week how that's a prime trap game if you're a Steelers fan. Get ready for it. They come out with a win. They looked pretty good in it, in my opinion. They absolutely shut down the Dolphins. Not that they have a great offense or anything, but they put up points as well. Aaron Rodgers looks good. Those uniforms, by the way, super clean. I love those uniforms.
I hate the Steelers, but I did
Agreed.
say it last night. I said these are easily the best uniforms the Steelers have ever had. Easily.
Yeah, by far. They're so clean.
Yeah.
So clean.
The Dolphins, on the other perspective, Tua looked very bad, and it's clear that they're keeping McDaniel there. McDaniel kind of laid into Tua this week. He said he isn't ruling out the possibility of benching starting quarterback Tua after Miami were eliminated from playoff contention on Monday night against the Steelers. In quotations, I think the quarterback play last night was not good enough. And so for me, everything's on the table, according to McDaniel.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's the approach that they should have because he's not putting up enough. He's a system guy. Like, I always defend Tua because I think that he's shown that he can play good. But I think that it's all dependent on who is around him. And when you don't have that great of a defense, when your Tyreek Hill is out, when you've become predictable as an offense, it's hard for a guy like Tua to succeed. I still have faith in him. I think that he could go to a team where if there was enough around him, he could be good, but he's a system guy. He's not going to be a guy who's going to win you games single-handedly or be a force multiplier in why you win games. He's just going to be a part of the team.
I would like to say that, like, even though he's a system, like, it's a bad system as well. Like, it's
I agree. I don't like Mike McDaniels personally.
the amount of checkdown. Like, Tua's numbers were not bad looking at a stat line. He did miss open throws. Well, and a lot of these numbers come from the completion numbers come from checkdowns because he went 22 of 28 for 250 yards, 2 tutties, and 1 pick. A lot of that came off the checkdowns, but like, guess who's writing up the checkdowns? Guess who's calling that play?
Is that limited because of Tua, though?
But we've seen Tua sling it. Like, we know he can sling it.
Yeah.
Yes. Does he have a blind spot in the middle of his face? Probably, because we've
He
seen him
literally
throw.
said he couldn't see over the offensive line.
Yeah, dude. I honestly, I think the concussions are. I think they've ruined him because he wasn't a terrible quarterback before he went all sickle mode. You know.
Yeah, we're talking 2025 Tua. We're not talking about seasons past.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's been ruined through these concussions. Like, I really do think he should hang up the cleats and just like he has what, almost 200 mil guaranteed in that contract. Go
Yeah, make
sip
Yeah,
a pina
they're
colada,
bad concussions too. It's not a regular
Yes.
concussion.
Make him
Like,
cut
that's
you.
what's bad.
Yeah.
They're in the same boat as the Cardinals, where it's like time to move on. We have some pieces, but it's time to move on.
Yeah, see, I think the Cardinals are slowly trending upwards, where I think the Dolphins are trending downward
down.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're in the exact same boat. They both have holes in it.
Yeah. I just think, like, one's able to like, what is good on the Dolphins? Waddle? Achan?
A-Chain.
Uh,
Tyreek
I-
Hill went out. We can't blame them for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
2
I don't
years
know.
ago, this was a number 5 offense in the league.
I would like to see Justin Herbert in that offense
Guess
with
what?
Tyreek Hill back.
You will
you
never see
imagine?
it.
We will never see it, but that would be freaking amazing.
I don't want to hear it. Justin Herbert's offense is good. They're missing
His
O-line
line
players.
sucks.
Yeah, but he has
And they
like
don't
Joe
really have a running back. Vidal and Omar and
look how good Joe
Omarion have
Alt
been
is.
decent, but
He's literally game changing. The fact that he's out and no one can get stopped, the starting lineup is a good team. He has 3 solid receivers. I know
he
we
never
all
has.
bounce back and forth on this. Is Justin Herbert a top 5? Is he a
Good.
top 15? Like, what is he? I
not
think
top
he's
10.
good, and I think he has the team around him. His defense isn't playing up to par, but like,
You
I
just say
can't-
he's not top 5?
He's not top 10.
Oh. What?
Herbert?
No.
Top 5.
Bless you.
That was Goose, I think.
I'm not
Wait,
I'm not getting in a Herbert debate about top 10. That's for the off season.
top
I'll
10
cook
though.
on that.
Bro,
No.
I feel like most quarterbacks you can just say they're top 10. There's 20 guys you can just say top 10 and be fine with. I'm just fucking around. Yeah, obviously. We don't have to get into this. He's got to be
Okay.
top 10 though. Oh. Well, is that the last game?
Top 10 and I'm not 10.
Top. I think it's top 2 and I'm not 2.
Because I
Yeah.
got one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You guys good on this or what?
I'm honestly so good on the games. I'm curious to hear Carson's top 10 now.
Me too.
Perfect. Carson, go ahead.
Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Hurts. I don't have the list on the front of me, but hold on. Let me just pull up.
You got
Let me
Staff
look
in
at
Dak
it.
there.
top 10?
I'd put Dak in there.
Is Dak over
Staff?
Herbert?
Yes.
These
Yes,
all
by
are.
far.
Stafford?
Stafford.
Goff?
Okay. Hold up.
CJ?
Patrick, Lamar, Josh, Burrow, Stafford, Baker, Hurts, Goff. I'm putting CJ above him. And I'd even put like fucking Jordan Love or Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy over him right now.
Nope.
Like I would. I just would.
Alrighty, welcome to Dude's Draft of the Week. This week, we are doing the Dude's Draft of winter activities. Anything you do in the cold. This is unprompted, and this just came right off the dome here, boys. So I'm in the boat with you.
All right.
Who wants the one? Does anyone want the one?
What's the topic? Sorry.
Winter activities.
I'll take the one.
Okay, Aiden, would you like the 2 or the 3? I'll give you the choice here.
I'll take the 3. I need some more time to think.
Alrighty, I will have the 2. Carson, you are up.
Skating.
Alrighty, celebrating Christmas.
That's actually jokes though. Just takes the whole freaking religion, bro. So like, can you take
Jesus Christ.
Can I pick
birthday.
anything related to Christmas now?
Was that too specific? I guess it probably was, eh?
Too general.
Okay,
broad.
I will go Christmas night with the family. Can I
Okay, that's good.
Can I take that? Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, I'll take snowball fight.
Banger.
Damn, Do I go to, I kind of want to just, I'm going to go making a snowman too.
Okay.
Nice. A lot of balls involved there.
Yeah, that's
I wish yours
typical.
were.
I will say I will say giving a gift. I enjoy giving a gift to someone, especially when you got like a banger gift that
Yeah.
someone's completely
Nice.
not expecting.
Nice. I'll go snowboarding
I thought I could get that on the way
/
back. Not gonna
skiing.
lie, bro.
Can I just
Yeah, you get it
combo
all.
those? Because
You
it's
get
Yeah,
it all. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought I was gonna get that on the way back, bro. My snowboard's right there.
I see it. Oh yeah, it's me again. I'm gonna say hot coffee / hot chocolate.
Dude, stop. Get out of my head, bro.
I'm gonna stay on that one with you, and I'm gonna go like getting away for a week to like Mexico or some hot place and coming back with a nice little tan.
Yeah,
That is always a filthy move during the holidays.
that is always sick. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ice fishing for sure, Zil.
Very
I
nice.
like that pick too. I've always wanted to go ice fishing.
I think I'm gonna take snowmobiling as well.
Oh, wow, what a great pick. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go with going to a snow game, a
That's
snow outdoor game.
Nice. Very nice. This is gonna be a corny pick. You guys are gonna think I'm a loser for this, I guess. I'm
We
gonna
already
say
do.
being
So.
able to wear layers. Like you can wear a nice coat with like a nice
Yeah, that
quarter
was a
zip
bad pick.
underneath.
wow.
I don't know what else to
Carson.
pick, man. I'm running thin here.
Could have said
Wow,
New Year's Eve party.
dude. There's so
Care
much
about New
left
Year's.
on the table. I think
I'm not
you
even a
went.
big New Year's
You
guy
went with
either.
wearing clothes. That's crazy, bro. You went with wearing clothing.
It's a bad pick.
Oh,
It's a
how
bad
about this one? When there's like a nice parking lot that's got like the perfect amount of snow over it, and you can just go do donuts in
Oh,
it.
That's fire.
hold up.
No, you're
Hot
done.
tub.
Hot tub?
See?
Yes.
Great pick. That would have been a great pick.
How about this?
I just didn't have
Someone-
enough
I didn't wa-
time to think.
Yeah, I sprung again. If anyone's watching this, no one had time to prepare for these, even myself. How about like adjacent to the skating, like when someone's got a fire next to the pond, and you go heat
Ooh.
up for a couple minutes?
Yes, dude. Bonfires in
Agreed.
the winter are gas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Agreed.
gotta do more winter stuff.
We got the cold front coming here, so it's
I know.
Shack
I
it
need
up
that
with
lake
the
to freeze,
shoddy.
bro. Need that lake to
Yeah.
freeze. Can't wait to go ice fishing.
just running the fireplace.
Bro, like you could have said walking, just go for a walk in the snow. I would have been like, that's gas.
Getting in a hot car.
Ooh. Running to a warm car is so fire.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Till you
There are
slip
like
on ice.
Watching your buddy just eat shit on a cold driveway.
Hands first into the snow with no gloves.
nothing's better than that cartoon. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. How about
It's the best when they fall forward too,
Oh.
and then backwards.
How about
yeah.
getting into the bar after waiting in a line for like 10 minutes?
Oh, that would feel like
Outside?
heaven, bro. And then the alcohol would just, the whiskey
That
would just
first
warm
beer,
your
Yeah.
the
soul.
whiskey,
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
spiced rum.
Christmas dinner, dude.
Yeah,
Christmas Eve dinner. I'm Italian.
yeah. All the Christmas parties, the New Year's Eve parties. Oh, dude. Just having the day off. Like, damn.
It's
coming
being
up.
6:00 and you just being like, all right, it's drinking time because it's dark out.
Love
You
that.
guys got any more?
Love the logic.
I don't think
I
so.
think that's it. That's all I got.
That was Dudes Draft of the Week. Wrapping up the show here. You boys got anything else?
I don't think.
Shout
I
out
wanna find
LeBron
this,
James. Shout out OKC. Shout out the Spurs.
Oh,
That's all I
we
got.
didn't even tell him, bro. Jake and I talked basketball for like 15 minutes on the last one
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
without
It's
you.
impressive.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye, my friend. That's all good. I'm not excited about basketball yet. We gotta wait until the season develops a little bit more. It's 82 games. It's like baseball. I don't care about baseball until it gets real.
Bro. So my dad and I, this was 3 years ago, I think, yeah. But we just went out on the ATVs on the ice when the lake froze over. Look at this guy. Middle of the
insane.
lake, bro. Middle
That's
of the
hard,
lake
man.
on his bike, bro.
Dude, set
That's
that as your
insane.
wallpaper. That's amazing.
Crazy. Oh, fire.
All right, I got nothing else, and I got an exam at 9 a.m.
Saban purchased minority stake in the Predators.
You guys want to count to 100,000 together?
All right, I got nothing else, and I got an exam at 9 a.m.
Alrighty. Aiden, where can everyone find us?
Guys, if you
All
made
right,
this
I
far,
got an
please
exam. No.
if you made this far, guys, please like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Twitter, probably on your mom's Facebook, bro. She'd be liking our shit. Do that.
Tutu Atwell.